It's your brother Warumya. I'm back with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Maharakakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and shalom to you, Akim and Akwaf that believe and have faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai in these last days. As you see on the screen, you see this young lady. And you can see that she is under the curses, man. She's an Israelite, and she's definitely under those curses, man. And the women of Israel have suffered the curses just as well as the man has suffered the curses. But the thing is, the women doesn't know that they're under the curses. And it's not about you. And I think that's what I'm going to learn in this lesson, man. It's not about you. It's about the man of Israel, man. It's about who the Lord has set up over you. That's who it's about, man. Because Eve wasn't deceived. Adam wasn't deceived. Eve was. So let's get into this, man. I'm gonna play this video, but I'm not gonna play the volume. I'm not gonna play the music behind it because it's a copyright. So I'm just gonna play the video, and you're gonna see this lady's transformation, which is heavy witchcraft, man. But you can see she has a scalp is totally bald, man. And we're gonna get that scripture, man, where it goes into what the Lord's going to do to the daughters of Zion. And I know I'm going to be quiet, but as you see the transformation this girl has went through, man. And every time she pretty much want to go out or do anything, she has to get her hair done. She has to go through this whole transformation because the Lord cursed her scalp. And for our women to humble themselves and come back in the order of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, they will have to come in order under a man. You churches say you can marry Jesus, and no, it's not going to be that way. You have to get under a man of Israel to be protected. You're not going to be able to marry the Lord. And that's that Christian bullshit, man. They've taught our women that you're going to be able to marry the Lord, man. And I played this video yesterday, but it goes into the lesson I got today about the women. They have to humble themselves because the representation of our women are a representation of our whole nation.
This probably gonna get me unfollowed, but here it is anyway. I don't want to hear nothing else about black women being the most disrespected person in America. I don't want to hear it no more, because until we ready to address the real tea, which is we disrespect ourselves on a level that's astronomically higher than any other race attempting to disrespect us. We follow anybody with a pink, purple, blue front lace wig on. Our morals and mindset is not the same as our grandparents or our grandmothers, and we don't abandon anything and everything to do with decorum and gentleness and femininity. Like, all of that is just a thing of the past, but then we wonder why we so disrespected. It's a whole fool. The truth is, you get what you give. And before anybody can learn to respect you, you must lay the blueprint of how you want to be respected. Ain't nobody taking us seriously when all we promote is turning our tails up in the sky and twerking and shaking it like a skunk. We need to get back to what matters, but the truth is we play too much. We want to be entertained all the time, and half of us can't entertain a viable conversation of substance for longer than 20 minutes because our attention span is so low. I already know they're going to say this video is hate, and I'm a hater, but guess what? I am. I'm hating on the fact that the most beautifully created women on the face of this earth have now been brought low and made to be cartoon characters. Just something for everybody to laugh at. But guess what? They're not laughing with us. They're laughing at us. And I'm definitely hating on that.
That's true. Our women are the most beautiful women on the planet, man. You blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. No other nation woman can compare to our women, man. And they are beautifully built. They are beautifully built. They're attractive. They're naturally smart. And I'm just speaking, you know what I'm saying, because I know all women, you know what I'm saying, pretty much fall in that category, man. But this place have corrupted our women's mind to think that they're just free to do whatever they want to do, just party, bullshit spirit, man. And this right here, she's going to pretty much go into what a man gets out of marriage, man. And we're going to go back to the ancient ways under the Lord, man. So we're not going to have this spirit where you can do whatever you want to do. Our women will be shamefaced and covered up, man. Let's get this.
But I want to say, what percent of women are virgins on their wedding day? Can we answer the question?
Probably about 25%.
25%? Okay, it's 5%. What percent of women have been on birth control at some point in their life? 90%.
But what are the
The
reasons why
average,
women
the
are not
average,
on birth control?
wait,
I've been on
because,
birth control before, but it wasn't because of sex.
okay, fine. That, which is all good and well until we start looking at the body count statistics, where after a woman has had 5 partners, her chance of a happy marriage drops to 20%. Okay, so, and the average woman has slept with more than 5 men. Okay, which, remember, historically, 100 years ago, 85% of women were virgins on their wedding nights. Now, what else does men get out of marriage? They get loyalty, but not today because half of women leave. Then we start to go into weight, where women are overweight. The average woman is 5'3", 170 pounds. These are just numbers, and yet we scream misogyny at me, but these are just numbers.
And that's true, man, because a lot of our women, they feel that they are the prize. America has taught them that they are the prize and no one else can basically compare to them, man. I'm speaking of a man wise. If a man is not catering to her, then she don't want him, or he's not worth her. You know what I'm saying? The music portrays this, movies portray this, and all along, our women are supposed to be very humble and modest, man. You got BBLs, and I don't know the terminology of I know this the BBL shit because I always heard about getting their boobs and their butt blown up. But you know what I'm saying? A man is gonna love you and want to be with you no matter if you have those things, man. If you have a nice shape, man, it's just a plus. But a man is not looking, oh, she got the guy that had the biggest ass or the biggest titties. That's only sex wise, man. And sex has been made to just for pleasure, not reprocreate, man. Now, you do get pleasure out of sex, but this place is over sexualized, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's to the point where sex is that's the you don't even want to be around nobody just unless you just to have sex with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Your mate I'm speaking of, because everything is sexualized on IG, on Facebook, all the movies. Shit, everything is over sexualized, man, and it has ruined a generation of our people, man. But as you see on the screen, it says millions of women single without husbands, and that's because our ancient ways, men were polygamous. Had more than one wife, and that was natural. But now the women have been taught to be jealous of each other, and they've taught to be in competition with one another. She got the biggest butt. She better than this. She did. It shouldn't even be that way. But like I said, this society have taught our women to think this way. In the natural order of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he had placed more women on the earth to reprocreate. I don't know why I'm stumbling with that word. He told Adam to be fruitful and multiply. So we're gonna get this video because we're supposed to populate the earth.
Polygamy is a solution to your problem. You see, sir, you have a problem. You have in your country 7.8 million more women than men. If every man in America got married, there will be still 7.8 million women who will not be able to get husbands. And we know every man will never marry. Man gets cold feet for so many reasons. You know that? There are 25 million sodomites. You call them gays. Another 25 million women can't get husbands. Then your prison population, 98% are males. Your prison population, 98% are males. I said, your problem is getting compounded. You laugh at us. I said, the laugh is on you. The laugh is on you. Marry women of your choice by 2s and 3s and 4s. But if you cannot do justice between them, marry only one.
But I mean, he was of another nation, I'm assuming. But the statement he made, even if 7.8 million women got married, it's still going to be 7.8 more million women unmarried, man. And this is an example of the ways that we are going to go back into the ancient world, man. And it's not to have, I always say this, is not to have threesomes and orgies and shit like that. No, man. It's to populate the earth, to build up your kingdom, man, your wealth. Because just like this example I'm just showing you, if every one of those women had a job and he had a job, and they put this money into one household, the household would be prosperous, man. The children will grow and they will get jobs, and it could continue, the cycle will continue on, man. And that's how you created what you call that, generational wealth. And our people are trying to do the things Esau done to be wealthy, but no, the Lord set it up for us to be this way, for us to have more than one woman, to bring sons and daughters into the earth, and to build up our kingdoms, man, in other words. And we're going to go back to this ancient way.
And we're all dating the same man. We've been together 6 years. He slid in my DM on Facebook.
And she slid in my room after that. I never feel like one female could amount to everything that I wanted. Whether she can cook and clean, but she can have sex. Whether she can cook, clean, have sex, but she didn't know how to be there financially.
We knew nothing about poly, and we tried it, we liked it, we started doing more research, and it just kind of went from there. We really don't have jealousy and insecurity issues. We always uplift, especially within women. We always uplifting one another. So like before I met them, like I was a single parent, and it was like real hard on me, but just meeting them and them meet my son, like it's got 10 times better. It's going to be hard to be in a poly relationship if you do have a lot of insecurities, and if you're a jealous person, you won't be able to do it because it'll break you mentally. Poly is great when it comes to household chores. One person might be cleaning the kitchen, one person might be cooking, one person might be doing the kids' hair or helping the kids with homework. You just get a lot of help.
They're benefiting and they're grasping and they're gaining a lot within just being into the relationship.
With the right people, you would never want to go back. It's going to be hard to go back to being monogamous. Why make my life harder when I can have it?
Especially with the right people. It comes in all forms and shapes and sizes.
And that way is coming back, man. And that couple or group are together to this day. You know what I'm saying? I just seen it on IG. But that's the way it's going to go to, man. And that's not about being jealous over another woman, because the scriptures tell you not to be jealous. Let's get into the scriptures, man. This is Isaiah. Let me get to Isaiah 2. And I'm going to get the point in 11 and 12. It says, "The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be brought down, shall bow down, Salakia. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua alone shall be exalted in that day." And that's talking about men and women. The haughty looks of man shall be humbled, and the lofty looks and the haughtiness will be humbled in that day, man. It says, "For the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low." And that's talking about you women that's proud. I ain't gonna never be in a relationship with my husband having more than one wife. I'll never be in a relationship like that. You're gonna be brought low, man. This is exactly who the Lord is talking about, man. Because your insecurities are going to kill you, and in a sense that you're not gonna ever be able to overcome it. You're always gonna be alone, man. That's why so many women are alone, and they can't get over the fact that their man can be with another woman. And the way this society is set up is to never be prosperous. You have some women that went to school and some different things like that, and it was set up to be like that for them to overtake a man. But if you care about your husband, you want to make sure he's taken care of, he's happy, and not the other way around, because you're gonna be taken care of, man. You're gonna be protected and provided for, even if you do make more than your husband. Because when you bring all these, like I was explaining, If you bring all these incomes into one household, your house will be a lot bigger. Everybody's credit will be better. Everyone will have a vehicle. No one would be on food stamps and struggling, getting child support. It wouldn't be like that. But Esau's system is set you up for failure, man. We have never prospered in his system. No one has ever prospered in the system. And if you have got a little money, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You have different cases, but on the whole, on a majority of our people haven't made it here. It's always been sorrows for our people, man. This is 2 Corinthians 4:3, starting at 3. He says, if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And this gospel is telling you that one man will have more than one woman, man. And if you can't understand this, then this gospel to is hid from you, man. You are lost. It says, in whom the power of the world hath blinded the minds of them that believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of power, should shine unto them. See, the Lord hasn't shined unto you if you can't understand the concept that he has set up. This is the way the Lord had it set up to be. And this is not my way. It's the way the Lord had it set up, because the reason why the children of Israel prospered and grew so fast in Egypt is because they had more than one wife. Even our forefather Jacob, he had 2 wives. They were sisters. Now, if you just imagine Jacob having 2 sisters as wives in this society, man, people will lose their damn mind, man. So, and then there were 2 concubines, which you would say in this society they'd be best friends. He had 4, just like you seen him. You had 4 women, and all of them gave him sons. So, the way the Lord had it set up in the ancient world is going to come back, man. And there's no way around what we've seen through the scriptures, man. And there's different cases, and like you said, like the other video was going into, if you feel like you can't deal with majority women, just have one woman, man. You don't have to necessarily have 4 or 5 women, 10 women. You can deal with one woman if that's your priority, man. Not saying that you had to, but the scriptures say that the man will have more than one woman. And the woman will be humbled in that day. She will be shamefaced in that day. And it's not going to be this rebellious attitude towards her man. She'll be humbled in the day. And that's soon to come, because when all hell break loose, you're not going to be able to, I'm leaving you, I'm going out. You're not going to do that. Because when you walk out that door and leave that man of the Lord, you're going to be destroyed, man. And you're going to fear it, and you're going to be tormented with the destruction that's coming, man. Because all these women are shaking their ass and all on Instagram and all that shit, those men that just liked her pictures and seen her, they're gonna want what she has, man. All those naked pictures and shaking her ass and all that, they're gonna remember that, man. And they said the scripture tell you they're gonna be ravishly raped, man. So the men of the Lord is going to be your hiding place in the time that's coming. This is Isaiah 3, and I'm going to start at verse 16. It says, moreover, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And there's a plain example I've showed you in the beginning video. I couldn't play the music because it was copywritten, but the Lord smote her, man. Her scab is a perfect example of the scripture right here, man. And the majority of our women, I ain't saying all of them, don't get me wrong, majority of our women have an issue with their hair. That's why they buy wigs and they buy, you know what I'm saying, different hair products to have their hair, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord has smote the scab of the crowns of the heads of the daughter of Zion, man. This is a curse the Lord put on the daughters of Israel. And that's how you know who's an Israelite and who's not, man. It says, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will discover their secret parts, man. Because a lot of our women are wicked, man. And a lot of men too, you know what I'm saying? It goes both ways, but this lesson is going into the humbling of the daughters of Zion, man. And I'm not making this personal or anything like that. It's just this has to come out because the women will have to know that they're going to be protected and they're going to be loved just as well as the next woman, man. Because we're going to get back to the ancient way where a man will have more than one wife. And it's going to be accepted. And it's going to be known throughout Israel, man. This is the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Verse 18, it says, in that day Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet. And you see the humbling, the Lord is going to humble the daughters of Zion. And their clods and their round tires like the moon. It's talking about going into your stomach and the way they out of shape and shit, man. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers and the bonnets and the ornaments of the leg and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings of the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel. See, our women was decked out, man, in the ancient world. It's going about all the things they wore, man. The Lord is basically telling you he's going to strip that from you, man. He's stripping it from the daughters of Zion. The changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimpings, the wimples and the crisping pink, the crisping pins and the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils, man. So the Lord was telling you, basically stripping all this away from you because you haven't humbled yourselves. It says, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And that's talking about their privates, man. Your JJ, your vajayjay, man. And that's the reason why you usually have a lot of people, pH level is off, man. It says, instead of a girdling rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness. See that? The Lord stripped the hair off off the daughters of Zion, man. Instead of a girdle, a stomach, this six-pack, he gave them, he rented, man. He ripped it, he took that from them, man. Our women was beautiful in the ancient world, man. In which they still are to this day. But the Lord is going to humble our women because they have turned against their men and they have turned against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua because we are the example of him on earth, man. You can't marry the Lord, man. You only can marry a man of Israel, an Israelite. Instead of stomachers, a girding of sackcloth, and for burning and burning instead of beauty. So you're gonna be ugly instead of beautiful, man. You got to put on a lot of makeup to be secure in yourself. Thy man shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty man in the war. So these men that you have, these 2/3 men, they're gonna die in the streets of Babylon the Great, man. They're going to die in the army, man. The Lord is going to turn everything against you because of the ways that you went, man. You went after your father Esau, man. Your God, man. Not saying all. I'm talking about 2/3 of our women. It says, and their gates shall lament and mourn. See that? The gates of our women, they're going to lament and mourn in their houses, man. And she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. See that? She having nothing gonna sit up on the ground. And she's gonna mourn and weep. Because the Lord is gonna do this to our people, man. He's gonna do this to these women. Because there's way more women as 2/3 than men. It's a lot of women that's gonna be destroyed, man. It's a hell of a lot of more women than men that's gonna be destroyed, man, that are 2/3. This is Isaiah 4:1. It says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, man. See, the women are going to want the man to take away their reproach, as we just read in Isaiah 3, man. They're going to want a covering over them, man. They're going to be protected. And as you have women now, man, your wife want to be protected, man. That's why she with you. She feels secure with you. And that's why a woman always wants to cuddle and, to do those type of things, man, because they want to feel secure in your arms, man. They want to know that you're going to protect them. And that's why the Lord says the Lord going to send a complete, because 7 means completion. He's going to send a complete number of women to be with one man of the Lord, man. It might be 5, it might be 10, it might be 25, it might be 10, 16. You know what I'm saying? It's throwing out numbers, but we don't know. Make a 7 mean completion. It might be another woman. You know what I'm saying? But her kids is going to come with her as well. Because a lot of men are going to die. Two-thirds are going to die, man. And 2/3 of our women are going to be in that number as well. But the Lord is going to snatch a lot of those women out to be saved. Because a woman will be saved in childbearing. So she will be entering in the kingdom to bring forth more life, man. To bring 2/3 of our people back. That's why the women are going to be saved, man. To bring forth the nation of Israel in the kingdom of heaven, man. So that's why these women are going to be attached to these men, the men of the Lord, to bring back life in the kingdom of heaven, man. And they're going to be protected under that man, and they're going to be with him until Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes. Verse 2, it says, "And in that day shall the branch of Yahweh Shem Yahushua be beautiful and glorious." See that? The Lord said, He just said above this, one man going to have 7 women. And then the second sentence it says, "In that day shall the branch of Yahweh Shem Yahushua be beautiful," man. So the Lord is in agree with a man having more than one wife, and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely. See that? The fruit of the earth. So we're going to bring more fruit being in more people, man, in the kingdom of heaven, man. It says, "For them that escape of Israel." See, those that escape of Israel, man, is going to be joined to those men, man. I just explained that, man. "And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem." See that? The men of the Lord that you will be joined to are going to be written in the book of life, man. They're going to be written in the book of life. So we're gonna when all hell break loose, it's going to be women flocking to the men of the Lord. And like I said, I don't know who's going to be. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. The Lord is going to have that guide you guided to who He has you to be with, and then you're going to enter into the kingdom of heaven with that man under His protection and under His guidance. And I can't tell you exactly how it's going to go, but we know that's the way it's going to go. Because it is written. This is Isaiah. I'm going to get to Isaiah 32. And I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind." See that? The man is going to be a hiding place from the wind, from the destruction. So you're going to get with a man of the Lord, and you're going to be protected when the destruction comes. "And a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place." See that? As rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadows of a great rock in a weary land, man. So you're going to be protected with that man of the Lord, man. Let's get this in another translation. This is the New Living Translation. It says, each one will be like a shelter from the wind. See that? A man of the Lord is going to be like a shelter from the wind, from the destruction. "And a refuge from the storm, like a stream of water in a desert, and a shadow in a great and the shadow of a great rock and a perched land." So you're going to be protected, man. There's no water in a desert, so He's going to be like a fountain of water, man, to you, man. Because you're going to be there eat and drink, man, while these other people starving, man. And the Lord is going to deal with that man and guide him to where these things are, man. Good News Translation, it says, each of them will be like a shelter from the wind and a place to hide from storms. See that? You got a shelter for storms, man. And that's what your house is, a shelter, man. But that man is going to be that shelter, man, for you. "They will be like streams flowing in a desert, like a shadow of a great rock in a barren land." So when nothing is, He's going to be your protection where nothing is, man. For your food, your clothes, everything, man. The Lord is going to guide him where He had you to go to be protected, man. This is Isaiah 13. And verse 12, he says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wages of Ophir, man. And that's a precious stone, man. The golden wages of Ophir, man. So the Lord is telling you this man is going to be a precious unto him. He's going to deal with that man to lead him to salvation, man. He's going to be with this man that he will not be destroyed and be killed. And if you're lucky to be with him and he chooses you to dwell with you, you're going to be protected just as well as he is. Because the Lord is dealing with the men, and he's going to guide you to a man of the Lord, man. This is Ezekiel 34, and I'm going to just get the point in 31. It says, and my flock, and ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture are men, and I am your power, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See that? The Lord is dealing with men. His flock is with men. He gave the men the words, man. The word of the scriptures, man. To teach women under them. He said, if you learn anything, you learn from your husband at home. He didn't say for the husband, learn from your wife at home. You might have some cases where a woman is protected by Yahweh Shem Yahushua if their man is not in the truth. But I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want to chance that, man, because the Lord said, I will have mercy on who I will have mercy on. But we know the Lord is dealing with men. He set this word up for the men to go out and teach, not for the woman to go out and teach. He made the men a hiding place, not a woman a hiding place. So that's the point I want to get, man, because you have to understand that the Lord is guiding the man, and he's always been with the man, and not in a sense with the woman to guide her. This is not like what's it called that what's her ass with the Harriet Tubman guiding her? No, man. The Lord is dealing with men, man, and he set it up from the beginning. This is 1 Corinthians 11, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. He says, now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach. See that? The head of every man is Hamashiach, Yahushua Hamashiach. And the head of the woman is the man. See that? You can't marry the Lord, man, because the Lord set men over you. He set his men in his image over you. It says, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High Power. That's the order. There's no way around that order, man. That's the order the Lord has it set up, man. And there's like I said, there's no way around that order. You can't change the order. This is Proverbs 1. And I'm going to get the point in verse 5. It says, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall obtain unto wise counsel. And the wise counsel is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because the Lord is dealing with the man, then the man deals with the woman. So whatever the Lord has come down, he's going to be able to break it down to you. That's why he has the men of the Lord teach their wives, man. That's why he has it set up that way. And I mean, in its perfect order, man. The Lord is perfect. That's the reason why he has it set up, because he's perfect, man. There's no, and we're going to get back to our stature, man. And a lot of women, I look at us like, oh, man, he just work at Hardee's, he work at McDonald's. No, man, we're going to get back our superior rulership in the earth, man. We're not going to be lowly like you see us now, man. This is Proverbs 9:9. It says, verse 8, it says, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. See that? So somebody that can't get it, oh, well, I don't believe the Lord worked like that. If they can't get it, it said reprove not a scorner, so don't even talk to them about it, man. Let them go on about their way, man. So, but if a wise man, you rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. See that? So if you tell a man of the Lord, this is how the Lord has it set up, and he'll research it. He'll find out. Okay, yeah, this is how the Lord has it set up, and then he'll increase, and then he will love thee because you told him, man. Because I know a lot of people that told me stuff, and I didn't understand it at the time. But then when I first finally got, I was, oh man, I love that brother, man. I'm at the water, y'all, about Shemal Shah for blessing him to tell me that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a way things that need to be done, man, to just plant that seed into you so you to know, man. And that's why I want to plant the seed of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in this lesson to understand this is the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is nothing made up, man. Because we are wise men and we understand what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is doing, man. This is Proverbs 9:9. It says, give instruction to a wise man and he will be yet wiser. See that? You give the instruction, this is how it's supposed to be. And they're going to be wiser because they're going to continue to grow in this word, man. Teach a just man and he will increase in learning. See that? You're increasing in learning, man. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the beginning of wisdom and the knowledge of the Holy One, the holy in understanding, man. Let me read that again to make it clear. It says, the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the beginning of wisdom and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. See that? And we fear the Lord, man. That's why we bring these lessons out, man. That's why we go on highways and byways. Went to camp this past Saturday. It rained the entire time, man. We stood out there and brought the word out, man. Drenched, shoes soaking wet, arm, clothes soaking wet, because we fear the Lord, man. It was thundering and lightning, but the Lord gave us, that push, man. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We stood up for 2 hours, man, because we fear the Lord, man. And that's a beautiful scripture right here. Verse 10, it says, the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding, man. And we're understanding why we're doing this, man. This is for a bigger cause, man, than what we are. This is a great reward is coming with this word, man. You know what I'm saying? People believe it or not, man. If you don't believe that a man going to have more than one woman, don't believe that, man. But you're going to see, because the word said it, man. And the Lord is not a man that he will lie, man. This is Proverbs 14 and verse 16. It says, a wise man feareth and departeth from evil, man. So we are wise men. We are departing from evil, man. We know you can't have more than one wife and you sleep with both of them at the same time. We know you can't do no orgies or let the women touch each other. We are wise men, man. We know that you can't do these things, man, because that's like a smack in the face to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because he gave us his word and we went about it the wrong way, man. We're going to be judged for that, man. 16 again, it says, a wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. So a fool is he's always talking and confident in wickedness, man. But us being of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we see the ways of the Lord, man. And we taking good heed to his wrath that's coming, man. It's not going to be pretty, man. Proverbs 24:5, it says, a wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increaseth in strength, man. And that's what we doing, man. We're lowly now, but we're increasing in strength, man. In the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're increasing, man. Let me get this real quick. Drop down to verse 7. It says, wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth in the gate, man. So he's not professing this word, man. A fool is not, man. Because we know this wisdom is gonna get us all the way to the end, man. This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, man, will be brought out in these lessons, man. Shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is his treasure, man. We fear the Lord, man, and we got a great treasure coming for this, man, for doing the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. New Living Translation, in that day he will be your... It's heavy right here. New Living Translation again, it says, in that day he will be your sure foundation, providing a rich store of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will be your treasure. See that? Oh, man, a solid fact. So when all hell breaking loose, the women are going to come to the men of the Lord, and they're going to be covered, man. They're going to be protected. because we got that sure foundation, man. Good News Translation. And giving stability to the nation, he always protects his people and gives them wisdom and knowledge. See that? The Lord will always protect his people, man. And that's talking about the hopeful elect. Their greatest treasure is their reference for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Our greatest treasure is referencing Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Let me get the quick. First, let me make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Reverence.
Reverence of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Deep respect for someone or something, man. Woo. Good News Translation again. And giving stability to the nation, he always protects his people and gives them wisdom and knowledge. Their greatest treasure is their reference for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. So Lord willing was edifying. I'm going to end it there. Shalom. Shalom.